Sometimes you have files that aren't designed for 3D printing, whether these are for video games, animations, something you've made, something you've downloaded. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these files and actually change it so it can be 3D printable. The skills we talk about can be applied to almost any other file, though the nuances and the differences between the files will need to be taken into consideration. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and go into cgcookie.com and download one of these files. If you go to cgcookie.com and then go to the Browse Downloads, there's a bunch of different files that you can get for free. We're going to go to the fourth page, and then there is a file called VonBots Rig. So we're going to go ahead and click that. Now these aren't ready to be 3D printed, so we're going to convert these to be 3D printable. I always like to give a shout out too, so thank you Wayne Dixon for this. And anyways, you can go ahead and download the very top file there at the very top. It's the 4.1 blend file. After we're done downloading this, let's go ahead and open that up in Blender. When we open a new Blender file, it usually looks a lot different than what you're used to seeing. So it's really easy to fix this. We can go ahead and disable this. It's just a Python script. But up here, we can actually change some layouts. So notice everything's missing. Click the plus and then go General Layout. And you can see that it looks normal. But now as we try to select these, you can see I can kind of select these rigs, but I can't select the mesh itself. Over here, there's no indication of why I can't select these things, but if you click right here, so it's a filter thing, there's a little arrow, it's a selectable icon. You select that, and now we can see that these were unselectable. Let's go ahead and move this, and then click there as well, and click there as well. Let's drag this down. And so now everything's selectable. So now as I select these, I can select and then shift select those two things I want, Control I to inverse the selection, and then delete to just give me what I want. And now as I look at this, there's a couple things that I want to make sure that I have a general sense of what I'm working on. Let's tab into edit mode and you'll see that that disappeared. It's probably hidden, so hit Alt H and there it is. And so now what I can do is I can kind of just poke around, click different things and just look at it. For example, right here, that must be transparent. So let's tab out of edit mode and then go down to the materials panel. It's right there. It looks like a circle. And then just hit this minus icon until there's no more materials. And that's what it's going to look like if I 3D print it, give or take. I'm going to do the same thing for the arms here. And now what we want to do is we want to make this thing manifold. And remember, you can do this by pulling up the side panel with N and then going to 3D print. And then right there, it is make manifold. And let's do it to the body as well. So make manifold. And you can see a few things changed because there must have been open faces and it just kind of filled those in. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually tab into edit mode and then I'm going to hit P, separate by loose parts. Make sure that you save before you do this, but I'm going to go ahead and just move these different parts so I can get a kind of a better look at what the make manifold actually did and see if there's going to be any errors that I need to fix. Now, as I go ahead and look at these, it's looking pretty good. So for example, this helmet, that looks weird, but it's actually printable, so it's totally going to be fine as long as it overlaps other geometry. As I look at these, I'm a little concerned because they're a little thin, but as long as they overlap, it should be fine. Now, if I hit period to look at these, those look problematic. So if I wanted to print those, I'd have to go ahead and tab into edit mode and then select all those and then hit F to fill those in to basically make faces. Now that's probably not worth our time, so let's just delete all those. Now, looking at these, those are kind of like the irises of the eyes. They are probably fine, but I could delete those as well as I don't need those. Besides that, everything else is looking good on the body. Let's do the arms. Let's go ahead and grab these arms here, tab into edit mode, and then I can just hit P, select by loose parts, and just move those things. And now as I'm looking at these, I'm trying to look to see if there's like any emptiness or anything that would be problematic. Everything's filled in, and it looks really printable. Let's go ahead and reload our old file. So here we are. Let's go ahead and clean this up. So right here, if I right-click one of these collections, you can see delete hierarchy. And deletes everything underneath it. And so I'm just going to delete all those. And now what I want to do is go ahead and delete all those rivets or whatever those things are around the ears and around the neck. And so I can do this by tabbing into edit mode, L selecting the different parts of the mesh and not selecting those kind of ribbings, and then hitting H to hide. And now with front view, I can go ahead and delete these by doing Alt Z to go to X-ray mode, and then B box select, and then just delete those. Now I can do the same thing for the neck. So I can kind of L select the different portions of the mesh that I want to keep, hit H to hide, go to front view, box select that, and delete it. And now all those things are deleted. Now as I look at this, there's something odd going on with that. So I'm going to click this and go to the modifiers tab right here. And let's go ahead and increase the space here. The first one's an armature. I don't need that. And so I can just hit that X. I also don't need this one, so I can hit X. And you can see that's the one that fixed. And then we'll keep the subdivision surface modifier. And now what I want to do is just kind of look to see if everything's going to be printable. Is every mesh going into a different mesh? And so kind of as I'm looking right here, I see something that might be problematic. And so I'd assume that maybe it's problematic right there as well. And what we can do is tab into edit mode, hit L to select those, and then S, and then Z to scale along the Z axis, and just scale those up until they're overlapping. Now it's a little weird right there, but it's 3D printed, so that won't even show up. Now let's do the same thing for the arms. I can select that, tab into edit mode, L select the different parts, and that one as well. Now if I hit S and then X, you can see that it's scaling from the center. So go right here and go to individual origins. If I click that and hit S, X, it'll scale from the middle of each of those, and now they're overlapping. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep on looking to make sure that there's no other problematic areas. So the shoes look good, that looks like it's overlapping, and so is that. This one goes in and I can see where it's overlapping, so that's good. And it's good here. Right here might be problematic, so let's tab into edit mode, Alt-Z to go to X-ray mode. And then as I look at this, I can see that it actually does not overlap, so that would not print very well. So let's L select this arm, and L select this arm, and then S, X to scale along the X axis. And then just as long as it's overlapping, it's going to be able to be printable. So that's good there. And now we're pretty much done. All I need to do is check this in Prusa. So let's export this as an STL and then slice it to see if it works. So export STL, and then we'll bring that into Prusa. So here we are in Prusa. I scaled up the model 400%. Let's hit slice now. And then we can go ahead and see if there's any obvious errors, and it doesn't look like there are. So what I can do is I can grab this and I can scrub down like this. As long as you're seeing red, like a solid red mesh, then that's probably a good thing. So right here, it starts changing colors because there's different, wall thicknesses and stuff. But it's looking all the way good through that head. As I go through, the neck is going to be a problem right there. That would snap off really easily, obviously. And so you might need to add some support there. And then as I go down, I can see the arms. And remember how I moved that? That's solid red, so that's great. And then as I scrub down, it looks great. It's printable. And so we were done. We were able to take something that wasn't originally 3D printable and convert it so it could be. Primarily, we just did the Make Manifold button, but we did have to go through and clean up a few areas and look at it. Also, if you ever want to, you could always just bring it into Prusa and see if there's any errors and use that as a starting point as well.